so fast. I'm too good for this guy. But that's complicated.
Look, man, I didn't get no bad picture of me, dog.
Please remain standing for the presentation of colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Well, good evening, everybody. How you doing in Wildcat Nation this evening? This is our first time to have our graduation ceremonies under the lights, and this is pretty awesome. We're glad you're here tonight. We want to welcome all the parents and guests of the class of 2019. Welcome to Wildcat Nation. You know, it takes a community to raise a child, and when you look around and see the several thousand people here to support this graduating class of young men and women, you realize just how true that is. At this time, I'd like to welcome and recognize our special guests this year. So please stand when I call your name. Superintendent of Education for the Mobile County Public Schools, Mr. Cresswell Threadgill. The District 1 School Board Representative and School Board Vice President? School Board President, Mr. Douglas Harwell. Sorry about that. Assistant Superintendent over Workforce Development and Career Technical Education, Mr. Larry Mouton. Deputy Superintendent. Dr. Lakeisha Brackens, Deputy Superintendent of Academic Affairs. Mrs. Phaedra Fox, Assistant Superintendent. Mr. David Ackridge, Executive Manager of Information Technology. Feeder Pattern Principals, Mr. George Sullivan, Principal, Calcidever Elementary. Amy Merriman, Assistant Principal, Lott Middle School. Yeah, we kind of miss her. Miss Susan Dickinson, Principal, McDavid Jones Elementary. And Miss Paige Mixon, Principal, North Mobile, K-8. Also, my right-hand people, Miss Cassandra Daffrin, Assistant Principal. Miss Stephanie Tashpin, Assistant Principal. Jacqueline Stringer and Christy Matthews, our school counselors. Mr. Shane Stringer, Alabama State Representative, House District 102. Citronelle Mayor, Mr. Jason Stringer and his lovely wife, Dawn. Citronelle Police Chief, Mr. Tyler Norris and his lovely wife, Angela. Okay, at this time, I would like to recognize all former, current, and newly enlisted members of our military. We want to say a special thank you to you, so if you would, please stand. If you are a member of our military, former, current, we want to say a special thank you for all you do and have done to protect all of us, which allows us to continue to do the things we love to do as Americans. We'd also like to ask all of the alumni of Citronelle High School to please stand and be recognized. All Wildcat Nation alumni. There's a lot of you. You are the foundation of this great community and this school, and we thank you for continuing to promote all the best things about Citronelle High School and Wildcat Nation, especially to those out there who don't have a clue as to all the great things connected to this great school and community. Thank you. Now I'd like to take just a few minutes to address the senior class. Well, good evening, scholars. Are y'all ready? Yeah. Been a while. Been a minute. and we're glad tonight is here. You're here at the end of a long journey and at the beginning of yet another one. I'm very proud to have been given the opportunity to serve as your principal here at Citronelle High School. We had a great, memorable breakfast together on Thursday, and I told you then, as a class, you've accomplished many great things. At 212 members of this senior class, this is the largest graduating class in the history of Citronelle High School. This group represents 88% of the total number of students who entered this group as a ninth grader 4 years ago and ended up making it here today. Congratulations. I'd like for Caroline Malone, Sydney Hendry, and Joni Reed to stand just for a moment. Okay, before these three young ladies, it had been 5 years since the Azalea Trail Maids were represented by members of the Citronelle High School student body. These three did it the first time in 5 years, and we're proud of that. They represented you very proudly in hundreds of events as representatives of this community. And Joni was the queen of the Mobile Azalea Trail Maids with the first time in the history of Citronelle High School. Let's give these ladies a round of applause. Now, over these 212 members of this graduating class, over 83% of you earned a career readiness indicator this year. Now, this is something that's pretty amazing. 2 years ago, we had a pretty good scholarship offering at $5.2 million. Last year, that number was $6.5 million. This year, you, as a class, received over $10.6 million in offered scholarships. That is awesome. Gage Galloway and Georgelyn Weaver, would you please stand? Now, Gage received over $1.05 million in offered scholarship, which was more than any one student in any previous school year. So congratulations, Gage, for doing that. But then there's Georgelyn. And Georgelyn has been offered scholarships totaling more than $2.42 million. If you have received a scholarship offer of any amount, please stand and be recognized. This is awesome. Over $10.6 million represented here. Thank you. You can be seated. As a class, you've been a large part of growing and participating in our Signature Academy internship program each of the last 4 years. This year, members of the senior class, along with some other juniors, accepted over 48 paid internships as of today. And if you've been offered a paid internship through our Signature Academy internship program, please stand. This is huge, people. Thank you. I'm very proud to know that many of you have been hired into well-paying jobs in local industry through our Signature Academy program, or into military service to start your life careers immediately. Those of you who have done this, please stand and be recognized. Now, these young ladies and gentlemen are going straight into a career right out of high school, and that's awesome. Now I want to especially recognize our top 10 academic students. Please stand. It's a truly remarkable group of students who have pushed themselves academically during the 4 years they have been here, and I'm very proud of you and your accomplishments. Thank you. As I've had the opportunity to get to know you and watch you finish out your 13 years as a student, I want you to know I'm very proud to be a small part of this graduating class. And I'm honored to be the one who gets to hand you your diploma here in just a few moments. Are you ready? Please remember that if you ever need anything, we are just a phone call, a visit, a text message, or an email away. I'm extremely proud of you, and I wish you the very best, and I look forward to seeing you come back and tell us about all your successes. And one other thing, and please remember this, especially you guys, remember to call your parents often when you get out and about. Call your parents, even when you don't need money, and tell them that you love them. I promise you, they'll be waiting to hear it. I'm proud of you, and good luck to you. Thank you. Okay, at this time, I want to ask that you please remain seated, turn off all cell phones, and please hear me. Refrain from whooping, from hollering, from making other inappropriate noises until all our deserving seniors have been recognized. At that time, I promise, I will invite you to scream, holler, whistle as loud as you possibly can. Matter of fact, I'm going to challenge you to do that at the right time so you can show these graduates just how much you love them and how proud you are of their accomplishments. Thank you in advance for respecting my request and for joining me in this dignified recognition of the class of 2019. Thank you. Next, we have our salutatorian, Miss Georgelyn Weaver.
Good evening, students, family, faculty, and staff. I'm so honored and surprised that I have the honor to stand before you all today. When I found out I was the salutatorian in my graduating class, my immediate reaction was joy that all the hard work had paid off. My secondary reaction was, oh my goodness, I'm going to speak in front of hundreds of people on May 10th. I had no idea what I wanted to say. But as you would expect from a 17-year-old girl, when I think of graduation speeches, my mind goes to all the famous graduation speeches I've heard in movies throughout the years. I thought of Elle Woods in Legally Blonde as she encouraged her Harvard peers by saying, "It is with passion, courage of conviction, and a strong sense of self that we take our next steps out into the world. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself." Or when Jessica Stanley from Twilight inspired us all to embrace our mistakes and learn from them, as that is what makes us who we are. Or when Troy Bolton from High School Musical told his graduating class that despite each of their unique personalities, they were all in this together. Out of all of these iconic speeches that came to mind, there is one thing that they all have in common, and that is always remaining true to yourself. I think this message is important to remember as we all take our next steps out into the world. The world reveals parts of ourselves that we won't recognize. When you aren't yourself, you change. You change who you are and what you are about. You change your thoughts and beliefs, and you become someone who is anything but you. It is always better to be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of someone else. Going out into this world, you must follow your own heart and chase your own dreams in order to be happy and fulfill what God has planned for you. If you knew who God created you to be, you wouldn't want to be anyone else. We each have a unique purpose that we can't attain if we are chasing someone else's dreams. If we want to live an extraordinary life, then we are going to have to do what others aren't willing to do. Things like stepping out on faith because we know who is in control. Things like being selfless and kind no matter what. We are each uniquely made, therefore we should each live a unique life. Do not fear standing alone, because fear is a liar that would do nothing but bring you down. Be true to the very best that is in you, and live your life consistent with your highest values and aspirations, as this is a stepping stone to happiness and success. Dare to creatively express yourself, and in turn, broaden the experiences and perspectives of everyone else. Class of 2019, I encourage you to go out into this world, follow your heart, be courageous, and always remain uniquely you. Thank you.
Georgian, we want to present this to you for being our salutatorian and representing in a big way. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next coming up is our valedictorian, Madeline Newton.
Good evening, class of 2019, family and faculty of Citronelle High School. As successful graduating seniors, we are very grateful to God for giving us the strength and favor to pass our classes, to our families for supporting us, and those teachers throughout the years who took the extra time to help us succeed. But some of us forget to thank another important person who got us to this point. You, ourselves, me. You don't have to be prideful to be proud of yourself. At times, it can be hard to love and be proud of yourself. I know for certain the majority of us during our high school career have dealt with depression, anxiety, worry, and fear of the unknown. But guess what? Fear is a liar, and we overcame those obstacles. These are not the best years of our life, and that's okay. We have a whole wide world ahead of us. We are on our way to hopefully change it for the better by being doctors, teachers, welders, lawyers, and many more occupations. In the years ahead of us, we may fear that we are making the wrong decisions or be angry with ourselves for being anxious over silly things like making friends in college. But we have to realize it is okay to feel. Okay to cry at times when we are overwhelmed by everything happening around us. We have to realize we are enough. Smart enough, charismatic enough, pretty enough, strong enough. You are enough to be successful in this life. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline. On behalf of Citronelle High School and this community, we want to present you with this plaque as a memento for earning the spot of valedictorian for 2019. Great job. Thank you. Congratulations. Are y'all ready? Okay. Y'all know it's getting close. Okay. Once again, I ask you to please hold your applause until the last student receives his or her diploma. Will the graduates please stand? by the power vested to me by the Mobile County School Commission and the state of Alabama, and with the assistance of Ms. Cassandra Daffin and Mrs. Stephanie Tashpin, I will now award the seniors their diplomas. We're good. We're good. It's going right through. We're good.
Madeline Clarice Newton. Georgelyn Elizabeth Weaver. Sydney Faith Hendry. Gage Carson Galloway. Erin Elizabeth Strickland. Sabrina Cheyenne Presley. Carly Paige Fulford. Taylin Leanne Goldman. Caroline Michelle Malone. Angel Leanne Orso. Dalton Gage Stokes. Jacob Elijah Watson. Aisha Bethann Abraham. Kamini Marie Abrams. Miguel Lenigel Andre. Tajay Malik Andre. Jemiah Lakeisha Austin. Joshua Dean Banks. Skylar Deonce Barnes. LaTrinity Krishan Beckham. Kiana Lynette Bell. Aaron Alexander Belt. Opal Annalise Berry. Kieran Feroz Batty. Aliyah Cheyenne Blackwell. Trey Matthew Bretzman. Lauren Tyler Brooks. Asia Teresa Brown. Jalen Brown. Julius Lewis Brown. Brian Christopher Buckner. Hunter Cole Bush. Blaine Opie Bird. Daniel Allen Bird. Mackenzie Lee Bird. Pamela Nicole Bird. Sierra Paige Bird. Tavy Bird. Tony Leellen Bird. Trista Nicole Bird. Cherie Rose Cannon. Cody Dylan Carpenter. Alexandria Marie Casey. Kendall Augustus Cassidy. Terrell Levon Castor. Zeta Bama Jet Chambliss. John Clayton Chastain. Megan Nicole Chastain. Jamal Marcel Coleman. Corey Jason Cook.
Go, man. Congratulations.
Matthew Dylan Cook. Spence Adam Cook.
Go, Spence. Congratulations.
Summerlyn Cooley.
Congratulations.
Caitlin Violet Cooper.
Congratulations.
Ty River Corley.
Yes, Lord. Good job, Tom.
Shelby Lynn Cox.
Congratulations.
Rachel Nicole Cupid.
Did it, Rachel. Look at you go. Congratulations.
Christine Ellen Curry.
Congratulations.
Alexis Renee Daniel.
My goodness. Who am I going to mess with?
Elizabeth J. Daniels.
Congratulations.
Elijah George Darrington.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Walter Matthew Davis.
Good job, man. Congratulations.
Desante Jaquan Dees.
Congratulations.
Mark Franklin Douglas.
Good Lord, Mark. You did it, buddy.
Carmen Alexis Drain.
Good job. Congratulations.
Dustin Warren Dewitt.
Good job, Dustin.
Dawson Collier Dykes.
All right, buddy. Good job. Congratulations.
David Dwayne Edmonds.
Congratulations.
Trinity Cheyenne Evans.
Good job. Congratulations.
Adrian Joshua Fairley.
Congratulations.
Kimberly Brienne Foster.
Congratulations.
Brodarius Kimone Turner Frank.
Congratulations.
Amber Lee Gillespie.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Savannah Rihanna Granquist.
Congratulations.
Justin Marie Green.
Congratulations.
Hunter Joseph Golden.
There you go, buddy. You did it. Congratulations.
Edmund Rynell Hall.
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations.
David Hardy.
Congratulations.
Sanaya Denise Harris.
Way to go, Sanaya.
Bart Jason Heathcote.
Congratulations.
Jacob Ryan Herring.
Congratulations.
Mariana Chantel Hill.
Congratulations.
Connor Grant Hillman.
Congratulations.
Hunter Blake Howard. Brandon Isaiah Hurd.
Congratulations.
Joffrey Ian Hutcherson.
Congratulations.
Devontae Tyree Jackson.
Did it. Good job, man.
Derek Javante James. Carson Lee Jarvis.
Did it, Carson. Congratulations, man.
Shakayla Kiana Jenkins.
Congratulations.
Braylon Janelle Johnson.
Congratulations.
Justin K. Johnston.
That's awesome, man. I'm proud of you.
Lathan Prince Johnston. Madison Gabrielle Johnston.
Congratulations.
Sean Cameron Johnston.
You did it, Sean. All right, buddy.
Betty Acosta Jordan.
Congratulations.
Victoria Brianna Kelly.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Jamie Lee Lamont.
Congratulations.
Alexander Drake Landrum.
You did it, buddy.
Skyla Janelle Lane.
Congratulations.
Ashlyn Dre Lane.
Congratulations.
Austin Tyler Lewis.
Good job.
William Alexander Lopez.
You did it, Will.
Lakia Michelle Lucius.
Congratulations.
Daniel Joel Manley.
Congratulations.
Destiny Marie Manuel.
Congratulations.
Janasia Lachey Marks.
Congratulations.
Jessica Aaron Martin. Benjamin Adam Matheny. Adrian Leanne McCall. Talisha Ray Shantae McConnell. Tamia Unay McCullum. Annabelle May McGehee. Brianna Lee McMillan. Shane Jordan Medley. Summer Lynn Middleton. Bailey Ryan Miller. Drew Landon Miller. Royce Ansley Miller. Jacqueline Brianna Mitchell. Della Christine Moore. Rebecca Denise Moore. Cassie Carolyn Morgan. Charles Allen Morrison. Shayla Grace Myers. Dustin Ryan Nichols. Freddie Carter O'Neill. Haley Deanne Odom. Layla Isabel Owens. Ashlyn Lillian Payne. Jaden Alexis Payton. Kayla Marie Pete. Aaron Darnell Peoples. Dwayne LaShawn Perriman Jr. Catherine Rose Marie Phillips. Damian Lane Purvis. Cassidy Leanne Raby. Ashley Michelle Reed. Caston Bryce Reed. Jacob Allen Reed. Joni Delilah Reed. Christy Danielle Reed. Logan R. Reed. Destiny Marie Page Rester. Asia Amaya Richardson. Michaela Faith Richardson. Georgia Rivers. Larry Wayne Rivers. Madison Irene Rivers. Mackenzie Leanne Rivers. Rihanna Lynn Rivers. Justin Elgin Robertson. Marisol Robles. Abigail Jewel Sawyer. Quinley Montana Schaefer. Hillary Elizabeth Scott. Keith R. Scruggs. Ryan Kenneth Sheffield. Blake Henry Shepard. Renessie Leilani Shirley. Olivia Diane Schertz. Danny Joe Seiler. Ashton Lee Smith. Gracie Abigail Smith. Shelby Rose Smith. Taylor Alexis Smith. William Joel Spears. Antoinette Lynette Streeter. Trevor Austin Strickland. Dawson Todd Stringer. Brandon Sullivan. Jacob Hunter Coy Sullivan. Hannah Marie Sutherland. Brandon Lee Talbot. Tara Michelle Taylor. Jaden Drayon Thomas. Jonathan Robert Thompson. Artez Devon Threep. Samuel Dalton Tomlinson. Rachel Janelle Toole. Trinity Janine Trott. Kateria Denise Trotter. Cassie Ann Turner. Bailey Amelia Ulmer. Jeremy Wade Valentine. Christina Anne-Marie Vilsant. Logan Trace Wainwright. Denzel Raymond Washington. Lateris Javez Waters. Ariel Cheyenne Weaver. Mackenzie Danielle Weaver. Michaela Renee Weaver. Mackenzie Cheyenne Weaver. Isaiah Wellborn. Caroline K. West. Mackenzie Aladra White Reed. Pamela Sue Williams. Selena Denise Williams. Aaron Keith Williamson. Tori Ann Williamson. Jeremy Lee Wilson. Jackson Lane Young.
Will the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, told you I'd promise you at the right time. I present to you the class of 2019. Let's hear it for the class of 2019.
Please stand for the playing of the alma mater.
Wait.
Citronelle High to you, all our hearts are true, and we'll work with heart and hand to spread the fame of your honored name throughout the as we sing of Citronelle High. Then here's a cheer for alma mater, for our beloved alma mater. Here's to the school of sterling worth. Here's to the best old school on earth. Stand up and sing and swell the chorus, and let the world with praise resound, and let the colors flowing over us never touch the ground.
Thank you. Thank you.